Welcome to Boater's Secret Weapon. I'm your host, Captain Matt, and today we're going to be talking about what everybody's talking about, the price of gas and how you can cut down on your gas bill. I was just out for Memorial Day, put $200 on the pump to fill up the boat, and everybody was talking about the price of gas. So what can you do to save on gas? Well, there's, the basics, but we're going to go through some things. The first one, you can just sit at home with your mask on, and you can just not get out there because it's too expensive. Well, I don't want that for you. Here's the first one, is your speed. And it's not just your speed. There's several things that go into it. But if you have a gallons per hour gauge, like the one here, you could really, with small adjustments of your throttle, you can really cut down on your fuel consumption. Next is keep your bottom clean. If you keep your boat in the water, you want to scrub your bottom. That not only will it slow you down considerably, but your fuel bill will go up a crazy amount with a dirty bottom. Get that thing cleaned up. Take all the weight out of the boat. So keep your live wells empty if you're not fishing, obviously. Take out that gear that you don't need anymore. Take out the stuff that's just been cluttered up over the years and keep that boat as light as you can because that's going to help save on the fuel. Like us, anchor out more. That's what we like to do anyway. We spent most of the weekend just anchored out, though my wife loves to cruise, so we did do some cruising. But, just throwing that anchor out, jumping in, and having a good time. Check out the Boater Boot Camp if you're a newer boat owner watching this. Your prop, pay attention to your propeller. Nicks and dings and little bends in it can make your boat not perform as efficiently as it should. And also the size and the pitch of your prop. If there's something off with the prop, you can tweak that and get more fuel efficiency out. Number one thing that you can do is learn how to use your trim properly. Now, when I say trim, I'm talking about the engine trim and using it to get the maximum efficiency out of your boat. You can do the same thing with a jack plate. You can adjust the angle of the boat in the water and how much we'll call it drag. You can also play with your trim tabs. Although they do add drag to your boat, at times, if you set them properly, you can cut your speed down. So if you watch your gallons per hour gauge, you adjust your trim, you adjust your trim tabs, you adjust your jack plate if you've got them, you can maybe dial in on the perfect setting, but the trim is the big one. That's that button that your thumb just naturally rests on. And when I was running, it was rough out this Memorial Day weekend. I was running with up to 35% trim. Now, the boat I was running, a Cobalt R5, had the active trim, which is good as a basic setting if you're not sure what you're doing. But if you can learn how to play with that, not only can you make the ride more comfortable for everybody on the boat, but you can also save some fuel as well. Next, and this was going to be controversial, invite some friends along. Have them pitch in for gas money. Now, you may not be comfortable with that. You may say, listen, it's my boat, it's my treat, and that's great. But if it's a matter of, hey, can we really go out and do the things we want to do or not, maybe inviting a couple friends that you can split the gas up makes some sense. Another thing that you may not think about is, if you're going to cruise, get up to your optimum cruising speed, which is going to be the lowest gallons per hour burn, the best trim setting in your jack plate and your trim tabs, and then just continue cruising. It takes the most gas to get up from a dead stop up on plane, getting that boat running the way it should in the water, on top of the water, kind of just gliding over the top. If you're starting and stopping and starting and stopping and starting and stopping, that's really going to use up that fuel. Now, if you're going through no wake zones, if you're doing water sports, that's just part of the game. But if you're out cruising, just cruise at an easy, 3,000, 3,500 RPM, wherever the sweet spot is for your boat. And it will vary based on the weight, based on the conditions, based on the wind and the current. But find that sweet spot and then just stick with it and don't stop. Start. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. Check out the Boater Boot Camp if you're a newer boater. If you're a little stressed at the docks, check out that Best Boat Captain on the Water training. I know you're going to love it. Trailer like a pro. And if you're still shopping for a boat, boatbuyerssecretweapon.com/toolkit. And remember, life truly is better on a boat.